Basically, this is part of Qatar Sustainability Week. We have a couple of activities, and then stress management, because this is a big public issue being tackled by human beings. Okay, I think the biggest. Basically, there is good news and the bad news. The bad news is that we have a very severe problem and people don't know it. And good news is that the awareness is spreading out. So stress and anger, these are two diseases. I call them diseases of body and soul. There is no hospital. Basically, if you have a fever, you would go to doctor. Even for flu and fever, you go to the doctor. There is a doctor. Other diseases, there is a doctor. But basically, the disease you are having on daily basis, there's no doctor. So if there is no doctor, what you will do? Home remedies. Okay. When you are living in a far-flung village and you have a flu or cough or fever, what you do? Home remedies. Your grandmother will tell you, take ginger, take honey, take this, take that. However, these diseases we are not recognizing and they are killing us. Taking stress. Stress is the source of almost directly or indirectly more than 200 physical diseases. What I said? Physical diseases. I'm not talking about spiritual, psychological, physical. To name few, you have diabetic. Sugar is blamed for being you are eating so much of sugar, so you get diabetic. It is not the case. Sugar is not the cause of diabetic. Sugar is not the cause of diabetic. My father lived for 88 years, massively eating sugar, massively. He never had diabetic. Why? Because I always saw him very happy. He was a school teacher. He used to come back after school. And I never ever saw him sad. He was very happy and contented. Now what we are having? Heart problem. Now youngs are having heart problem. Hypertension. Blood pressure. High blood pressure. Brain hemorrhage people are having just out of stress. A person who is having trillions in the bank and he lost millions and he got heart attack and died. Finished. This is so killing. And the sad part is we're not doing anything about it. We are not even recognizing it. What causes you stress? HR, yeah? Yeah, HR. Yes, I write it here. HR causes stress.
Finance. Money.
Money causes you stress. He is scared to say finance. So he says money. He was not scared to say HR, but now he's scared to say finance. What else?
If you want me to talk more openly, I would even say GA.
Okay, I'll not write there. I still need my job. Okay, what else?
Unexpected. Sometimes when you have a problem,
Unexpected probes. Economic crisis. Pressure. Now Faye is talking about, who is talking about pressure? Faye. You talked about pressure. I'll deal with it. Don't worry. Yeah, that I would say, rephrase it. It's nothing in the life. Okay. What happens when you are angry with someone? See, this anger, anxiety, low morale, these are brothers and sisters of stress. Time resources. Now, time resource is one of the biggest stress. When you have a less time, okay, what happens? Under pressure. These are all interrelated things which we need to address. If you don't address your time management problems, you won't be able to address stress management problems. Right? You have short time to do more. What happens? Stress. And stress is something normal. So is the anger. They are sudden attackers. Sudden attackers. These two diseases are attacking you from nowhere. You are very happy coming in the office, and suddenly after 5 minutes you get a call and the stress starts and the dilemma starts. Yeah, it happens to everyone, all of us. Okay? We are expecting, we are very positive and we are told to be positive and we start trying to be positive in the morning. But what happens? The day is screwed up. Now, what we can do about it? We can do much about it. This is what we are going to start. Few of the techniques we will discuss. If I go and talk about stress and its adverse effects, on our life, I can go on for hours, but I want to relieve you after 1 hour. So we'll directly go to the coping strategies. Okay. Now, stress is a problem. It's a very, very big problem. We recognize it, we don't recognize it. It is a big problem. So, what are the coping strategies? This is what we are gonna discuss it today. Lack of control over work. Why we have lack of control over work? What do you think? Maybe our job descriptions are not factual. They are not realistic. Maybe I am doing a job for 3 person. Why I don't have a control on work? Or maybe I don't have a capacity. This could be the reason. If this is the reason, then I must make myself capable. But if this is not the reason, what could be the reason? The most reason comes from time. What happens? There is a deadline to do something, a report or something, okay? And I start doing procrastination. Have you heard this word before? Postponing things to do. Procrastination of happiness. We used to do. All our life, we did is procrastination of happiness. When I was in primary school, I said I will be happy when I will go to the middle school. Yeah? Boys are a little bigger, they are chilling out. When I go to the middle school, I was saying, when I go to the college or high school, I'll be happy. Right? Okay, I went to the college. Then I was saying, oh, when I go to university, I will be happy. Nice, people are free. I went to university, again procrastination. I said, when I'll start working, I will be happy. I started working. Then I said, when I will be married, I will be happy. And this was the biggest mistake. Then we say that, okay, married khalas cannot do anything. This is something which cannot be undone in the life. So then we say that, okay, when we will have children, we'll be happy. Everybody likes children. Okay, we had children and they are making our life miserable. And then we said, when children will be in the school, we'll be happy. Then children are in the school. Then when we say then children are completing their school, we will be happy. Okay? And then I am thinking nowadays, when I will retire, I'll be retired, I will be happy. And people who retired, if you go and ask them, they are saying, we just see our life ended right in front of our eyes and we never be happy. Actually, procrastination applies everywhere. So we have a deadline and we are saying, oh, 15 days, too much. Okay? And I park it somewhere. 15 days, too much time. 15 days are reducing now. It is reducing and reducing and reducing. And before 3 days, I get a reminder and I say, still 3 days. And the day comes when there is a deadline. And that day is my most horrible day because I got so many problems and I could not do anything about that report or whatsoever was the deadline. And now it is end of the day and my report is not complete. And if I don't send this report, there may be a big problem. So what I am saying, A, I am stressful, and B, I cannot go home on time. So problem in life, problem with wife, problem with work. Okay. Yeah, if you don't go home at time, problem with wife, right? So from where we were procrastinating this until here. So the biggest culprit is basically, which gets you most of the stress because of the time, is procrastination. Have you, I say somebody should film when I am getting prepared in the morning for the office. Because this morning time is so fast. I don't know, maybe the minutes are equal to seconds. Minutes go like this and I look at the watch, oh my God, it's already 8 o'clock. Basically, This is the story of everyone in the morning. But it is not in the morning, but during the daytime, we are victim of the same problems. Now, question is how you will avoid procrastination. Go to YouTube, search about Stephen Covey's 4 quadrant of time management. Stephen Covey, he has proposed long ago, I think in 90s, 4 quadrant of time management. One second, I write it here. Take all the tasks of your life, put them in 4 quadrants. Try this. This is really helping, and you will have ample of time. You know the Pareto rule of time management. He devised a rule which is called 80-20 rule. He is saying 80% of our tasks are completed in 20% of our time. True or false? All of those tasks during the whole day, we do it in 2 hours. Rest 8 hours, we have to do only 20% of the task. How you manage 80% of time? Because you are so fast that 20% time you consume and do the 80% task. Now rest of the 20% task, you are doing it in 80% time and it is still not finishing. So underutilization of skills. Okay, my skills are not being utilized properly. Now, according to the Henry Ford, he said that if you think you can, you can. If you think you cannot, you are right. So both ways, some people who are always thinking positive and positive things are happening to them. Some people, they are always thinking negative and negative things are happening to them. Mindset can be negative, mindset can be positive. But if you have a negative mindset, definitely things will happen to you negative. Believe me, this is a human belief system is so strong. If you today you start talking about a problem, I have heard that some people who started having research about cancer, okay, they went to Google and trying to find out what are the symptoms of cancer. So after some time, they started having some symptoms in them. Symptoms of what? Of cancer. You see, only the difference between thinking positive and thinking negative can change your life, transform your life. Okay, I can give 100 examples, but this is not time. But the first thing is turn all your positive negativities to positivities. Whatever is the situation. You know, people can say, how I can? Like, here is the situation, how I can? I did it. I'm giving you my example. When I was young, I was like very furious, very furious. It's only that I have used some strategies which made me from extremely angry person to a normal person. And that's the reason I am now talking to you guys, talking to everybody, that this is something which is killing. You know, I had severe health issues. Okay, so we started from clapping. What is, normally we take it not seriously, okay. Somebody does something good, we clap. They call it clapping therapy. Every 2 minutes in the morning. You know this concept of pressure points on your hands? All your body is controlled from these pressure points on your 2 palms and fingers. So imagine you do like this. Okay? Pressure goes in. But when you do this, all the points are activating. So all those benefits are going into your body and it releases a positive energy in your. So you should feel happy. Happy about what? I think there are trillions of things in our life God has given us which we should feel happy about. So keep this in mind and have this every morning. Do it for 15 seconds. Let's do it for 15 seconds. Make it a habit. And when you are clapping, feel like the energy is releasing to your body. Here are some facts about when we are talking about the stress, anxiety, anger. We have to know the facts. These are facts about America, which you think we think that there is no stress there. Maybe if we go there, we'll be stress free in the life. Beautiful country, but stress is the basic cause of 60% of human health problems. Now imagine 60%. 43% of all adults suffer adverse health effect due to stress. 75 to 90% of all medical visits are stress related. It's unbelievable, isn't it? But this is the fact. 60 to 80% of industrial accidents are due to stress. It happens to us also. I am here thinking about what's happening in my family back home. The moment I remove the focus, there is an accident. Stress rate increased by 44% in last 6 years. So imagine in next couple of years how much it will be, like everybody will be stressed. Stress increases 40% risk of heart attack, 25% risk of heart disease, 25% risk of heart attack, and 50% risk of stroke. Then stress is the main cause of diabetic and not sugar. $300 billion on medical bills and lost productivity every year. $300 billion. Okay, because of stress. So now we understand how adverse the effect of stress is in our lives. The first problem of stress is that we don't have the acceptance, right? Or we don't recognize it. What happens? My boss shouts at me and I am extremely stressful, and the day ends and everything is gone. Okay, I don't care. Okay, finish. The day is ended, I am gone home. However, it doesn't end here. The stress and anger, the moment it comes to you, cause a lot of problems inside your body. It causes, anger. Anger. What is anger? When you get angry, sometimes you feel like something is burning from head to toe. You don't pay attention to it. It is a problem. It's actually burning. Your blood is burning. It is causing damage inside, like there is a bombardment inside. And you don't feel about it. You say, okay, fine, no problem. Okay, and you keep it for a long time. Now, those people who are keeping anger and stress in their heart and mind for a long time, I want to show you one exercise. Imagine how much is the weight of this bottle? 250 ml. Okay? Yeah, if I ask you to hold it for a minute, will it be any problem? No problem. 5 minutes? No problem. 1 hour? A bit problem. And if I ask you to hold it for the whole day, your arm will paralyze. This is the true example of stress. More you keep it inside, more you don't brush it aside or use some coping strategies, and more you live in it, more damages it will cause. The same is with anger. Anger, how it burns from inside. Let me give you one example. When you have a wiring here, concealed wiring, right, inside the wall, you will see lights are off. You're saying, what happened? You call engineering, they come, they open the wall. They have to open all the wall. From outside it is intact, nothing happened. Inside it is totally burnt. This is what is happening when we are angry, when we are stressful. More you will keep the stress inside, it is like a poison spreading in your body and killing you slowly. So what is the coping strategy? what would you do? You have to immediately, if you are sick, what you will do? You have a high fever. What you will do? You will rush to the doctor immediately. Find some cure. Go to hospital. Now, as we said, stress has no hospital. Now you have to cure yourself. Immediately apply whatever coping strategies you want to apply. There are different strategies or tips to deal with the anger. They are saying when you are angry, sit down. If you are sitting down, stand up. If you are standing, start walking. Change the posture, change the situation. Okay, drink cold water. Why? Because you are burning from inside. Okay, have some cold water. Okay, do reverse counting. I have seen in Saudi Arabia. Here I have never seen, but they have, when they are two people are fighting, how they diffuse the tension. One is telling other Salli ala Nabi. So after that, they keep quiet, because after remembering God, you cannot start abusing again. Okay, so the best strategy, like the reverse counting, 9, 8, 7. So what happens when you are reverse counting? Your mind is towards the counting, and he gets the focus removed from the fight. The second thing is to understand what is the situation and is your reaction to this situation. And this is the best coping strategy for the anger. Is your reaction to the anger, a reaction to the situation? This is what is required, or you need to understand something. Okay, this situation will never go. Why I should worry about? Okay, this person, I cannot change it. Why every time I encounter this person, I am angry? Problem with this person, but problem with you also, because you are not doing anything about it. And every time you meet a stress. Therefore, there is another strategy of stress management, which is called stress management log. Now, this is something quite funny. Like, you have a stress and you write it. Yeah, it makes sense, because why we are writing our stress? Like we said that there is no acceptance that we are having stress. So therefore, it comes in our life and penetrates in our entire life. So what happens is we don't recognize it, and it comes to us on daily basis, maybe 20 times, maybe 30 times, maybe 40 times. So coping, this strategy of having a stress log works very good. Actually, I practiced on it. It works very good. That end of the day, from morning till evening, what kind of stresses you encountered? What type of situations which made you angry? You have to log it. And when you are logging it, make 4 columns. Number 1, what was the stress? What was source of stress? How I reacted. And if it comes again, the same thing, how I will deal with it or tackle with it. They say that prevention is better than cure, right? So prevention, every time you have a stress, okay, next time I'm having a stress because I feel angry when I meet someone. Okay, what kind of actions I'll do? And the best action is, if there is somebody who is very angry, how you can deal with him? With your patience, with your silence. It will work so well, you will not imagine how well it is working. In the coping strategies, you have to write the stress log. Let me quickly tell you one story, how the anger causes damage to your soul and body. Okay, there was one father, and he spoke to his son, and his son told him that, Father, I cannot cope with the anger. Every time the anger comes to me, I'm like helpless. So if you can help me out. Okay, he said, I'll help you out, but you have to follow what I am telling you. So he held his hand and they went to the fence, okay, to the garden. There was a beautiful white fence. And he told him, the best way to cope with the anger is to not have it second time, the same anger. Anger is a problem, right? Stress is a problem. It's a disease. So you have to think, how, if today I have this disease, tomorrow I'll not have this disease. Simple. So I told him, every time you control your anger, go and put one nail into this fence. So first day, he came to his father and he said, today I put 20 nails into the fence, because 20 times I was angry. Second day, he came and he said, I did it 15 times, then 10 times, 5 times. And then finally one day came that he was very happy, and he came to his father and he said, I did not put any nail because I was not angry today at all. So he appreciated him, and he said to him, thank you very much, and you basically achieved a lot. But now, every time you get anger, and now you know that how to cope it, you go there and take out one nail from the fence. So after that, couple of days after, he said, okay, I took out all the nails, and he handed over all the nails to him. And then he held his hand again, and he took him to the fence, and he told him, look, my son, you have overcome your problem of anger, but this fence is not looking like before. Look at the black holes in this white fence, beautiful fence. Same happens in your life. When you are angry at people, it's like you are putting a nail into a white fence. If you think about how many people you made them angry, or you were source of them being angry, you will understand that if some people you are giving them tension, there are some people sitting out there who are there to give you stress and tension. Okay, so it's a better way of thinking that you give people less tension. And believe me, some of us as leaders, we think that things are not happening with a lenient words or soft words, or not being angry, not being bossy. Things are happening. Believe me, things are happening. Many things in the life are happening without shouting, without getting angry.